Hey kids, gather round, let's sing a song about a planet where we all belong. The trees are dancing and the flowers bloom. Let's spread some joy and chase away the gloom. Beneath the blue sky and the shining sun, every little action counts. Let's have some fun with a world so bright and ocean so wide. We'll take a stand, it's time to decide. So we'll sing, sing, sing for our friend with your shiny new toy. Let's make sure it's something we can all enjoy before we throw it out. Let's try to repair with a little bit of love. We can show we care. From the mountains high to the valleys low, let's protect the creatures like the fish and crow. With every recycling bin and every compost heap, we're picking up the love for the planet we keep. So we'll sing, sing, sing for our create a change in every little action. It may feel strange, reducing waste and energy. Oh, it feels so right. Let's make it a mission from morning till night. Imagine all the colors of a world that's alive. Let's scream for the planet and help it thrive. Let's ride our bikes and walk hand in hand, explore the beauty of this magical land. No more pollution. Let's make it clear with clean air and water.
It's brilliant to see all these schools here today. It was wonderful to come to the initial training with the head teachers, and then now to see how that's come to fruition and how that's really worked in schools and worked for pupils who really care about climate and the environment and sustainability. It's lovely to see it all come together here today.
Hello, my name is Adele Graham. I am Deputy Head of Eshwin Academy. The project that we've done with David Dixon and Oasis has been fabulous, and we focused on renovating our garden area and creating an after-school garden club involving our community. So our local councillors, John and Malcolm, came in and got community funding, and we completely renovated our garden. We put bedding plants in, we create our own rainwater system, and we are currently planting our own fruits and vegetables that will hopefully grow and be sustainable and we'll use in our kitchens. Our after school club is going to run constantly now throughout the year. It's getting embedded, and we're hoping that we will keep growing our fruits and vegetables forevermore.
Hello, I'm Kira Hopkins from Benton Dean Primary School, Year 4 teacher and also the sustainability lead. We started our project, which was a clothes swap shop, where parents donated clothes, and then the other parents could come and sort of use the facilities and get the clothes that they need for their children. We're going to continue on with the project because it seems to benefit the whole school community, and it's also very sustainable. People can recycle the clothes, but also families are benefiting because they're not having to pay for new clothes every single term.
So, my name is Angela Hall and I work for Sitting Valley Federation. This project's been going across all 3 schools, and we've been looking at sustainable travel, looking at ways in which the kids get to school. We've increased our walking and cycling to school, and we've also created a park and stride at our new school, so the kids get dropped off and have about a 5-10 minute walk into school. We've increased the scooter pods, the bike shelters, and we're also looking at our Mode Shift Stars travel plans, the active travel ambassadors, and to continue this as we move through the school year and beyond.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the workshop was of use to you?
Definitely. Definitely, and we started a little bit later for 2 of our schools because we moved into a new school last year. So whilst we were planning a lot of the activities, we didn't actually put them in place until the autumn term.
So, my name is Adrian Tate. I'm from Gosford Academy. Effectively, we looked at the different elements which we were asked to look at as part of the project. So we decided upon looking at energy and how we can kind of promote this idea of saving energy, not only in our school, but also in our families that are attached to our school and local community. So we split little groups, we had 3 little groups, each looking and researching and finding out about how ways we can actually help and support our local community and our school, and obviously our parents about how they can actually save money, but also reduce the energy they're using. And we did some research, we did some surveys, we actually went out and surveyed different groups of people trying to find out about what they're doing already and how we can help and support them. As a school, we have looked at, and we're actually getting in right now, LED lighting, we're getting in solar panels, we're getting in more EV chargers to try and promote that in school. And hopefully the plan is that in July we've got our year 8 intake evening, so we've got kind of parents out, a captive audience, and we're going to try and promote this idea of how we can move sustainability to our homes, our parents, try and get people, a bit like today, get people in, have little tables and discuss with parents about what they can do and how they can promote energy saving in the home.
How did you find the workshop and everything else? I mean, with regards to the project, was it worthwhile?
I think the students are getting loads out of it because it's supposed to be student-led, so we've tried our best to make sure that the students are at the heart of everything we're doing, and they've been thinking about ways of how we can do things. So what's been good for me is the fact that we've been able to, through our schools, is we've been able to get in the people who are actually doing the work at our school right now. So they're speaking to the individual students, they're talking about the solar panels we're putting in, they're talking about the EV chargers and everything, LED lighting. We're talking about careers as well, because we're the high school, we've got older kids that need to get the next step, so apprenticeships and other such things. So we're trying to build into them this idea of the greener world and making things more sustainable, but also about what they can do to help and support in the future with jobs as well.
Hello, I'm Gemma Mowbray from Byers Green Primary School. The project has been absolutely fantastic, and we will be continuing with an eco-piece in our school, and we've had lots of ideas from this conference today that we will be implementing. It's been fantastic, so thank you.
Hello, I'm Miss Bell from St Teresa's Primary School. I'm the Forest School leader and the Eco Club leader, and we had a little piece of land at the back of our classroom that was derelict. So we decided to make a sensory garden. We got the children to design it, and we begged, borrowed and stole, well not stole, bits and pieces to put together, and we cleared the area, started building the sensory garden, added all the little bits, scarecrows, made planters, put seeds in there, and now the area is transformed, and we are going to expand the area and add a greenhouse which we've got ready, and we're going to ask the children if they would like to start a planting group.
My name's Matt Allison. I'm from Benedict Biscop Church of England Academy. We took part in this project to improve our walk to school. We've got quite a traffic problem around our school, and the project's really been good, and we're taking it forward to continue the sustainability of walking to school, getting more families involved, and being part of this project today, in part of this event, has been really good to motivate the children to continue it as a school and see what other schools are doing for wider sustainability.
I'm Paul Freeman-Wise. I'm assistant head at Hexham Middle School. The project that we looked at recently was the Hexham bike bus. The reason why we chose that problem to solve was we wanted to promote active travel. There's a lot of issues with roads in and around the school, so we wanted to make travel to school as sustainable as possible, but do it in a safe way. So the bike bus was a campaign to get people to travel in convoy in and around Hexham, and to promote cycling in the Hexham area. Our plan is to extend that and to do that again in the summer term, to get more volunteers to help support pupils on their way and get more pupils travelling to the school in and around the small narrow streets of Hexham. So hopefully we'll manage to do that in the summer.
My name's Richard Good. I'm from Seaburn Dean Primary School in Sunderland, and we've been working with the Refuse Cafe from Chesley Street to deliver a food waste reduction programme based on school dinners. We're looking to work with other groups to develop that as part of our whole school ethos, so it becomes part of what we do as a school for the future.
Okay, Andy Hudson, head teacher at Mickley and Ovingdon First Schools. Our project was seeing how our two first schools could work together to create a more sustainable environment around both of our schools using the resources that we've got available to us. Our key driver to our project was to want to work together across the two schools. We're not next to each other, but they're a distance apart, and we wanted to find a way to join these together. What we created was a nursery where we were growing young trees, including Christmas trees, and we were looking at planting these around both schools for the future. As part of our project, the children at Mickley grew and dug up the trees, and they were then transplanted across to Ovingdon, where they planted them in extensive grounds. In Ovingdon, we were creating a sustainable footpath based on we're going on a bear hunt, and this was to link two sites from the main school down to our enchanted forest. So we're looking forward to working on this in the future because the need to make both schools sustainable, so avoiding rainwater going straight into the ground or going into drains was one of our key drivers. So we're looking at ways where we can mitigate that water going onto the surfaces and going down the drain slower. We're also looking at ways that we can use plants around our school environment to help reduce the amount of water going into the grounds. We were also wanting to make nature more of a part of our school day, so increasing the amount of shade, pollinators, habitats across school so that children across the classes can have spaces to go and work in across the school day.
Hello, I'm Joe. I'm at Benton Dean School, Eco Lead. Our project was focusing on outdoor learning, improving outdoor learning areas around school. That's went excellent so far. We've been able to introduce outdoor learning at least once a week for every class across school, and that's timetabled in with specific teachers doing that. We've been able to utilise all of those areas, such as the pond area, the willow area. Now that the weather's finally getting nicer, we're starting to utilise the outdoor sheds that we have so we can go and do lessons out there. So yeah, it's went really great so far. To improve on that in the future, which we definitely want to keep doing and keep building on that and getting outdoor learning integrated into the school, especially I think at a special needs school. It's so big for our students to get outside and regulate themselves just in the outdoor area and make the most of nature. It helps them all a lot. So to integrate that into their learning is massive for our school. So yeah, just making sure that we're still using them, making a point and an extra effort of going out and conducting lessons outside, teaching children about what we've been saying today and how they can improve their local area, how they can do things like litter picking, which we've done this week, and just seeing the impact that that can have on a wider scale and how that can help their community as a whole. So yeah, I think overall we've just got to keep implementing them days, so opportunities to get outside, opportunities to learn these things about how they can be more eco and more sustainable in what they're doing. And I think in terms of how we can keep improving the areas themselves, we've got a pond area which is amazing, but we've got a lot of work that we need to do on that. So I think the next steps in terms of what we want to do is really hone in on that pond area and make it more suitable to become a forest school setup in the future. So that's putting in things that can be used for a campfire. We need to get rid of some kind of debris around there and replace it with new plants and new areas where we can grow fruit and veg, really make the most of that area. Put things in like bird feeders and hedgehog homes, really kind of encourage that wildlife, because that would be amazing for the children to see that wildlife coming into the area in their school building, well not the building but in their school area, so that they can go out and see that themselves and see how these things that they're making really are benefiting the wildlife, and yet just a range of things. So I think in terms of where we want to go directly next with the project, it's going to be focusing on that pond area specifically because it's got so much potential, and just really seeing the standard that we can get that to and how it can be as good of a forest school setup as possible.
Hi, my name is Olivia and I go to St. Teresa's Catholic Primary School. Now, our project was, we've helped the schools with less pollution and we've littered less. We started not throwing away our food and stop wasting food as well. I really enjoyed doing this, and it's my teachers that encouraged me from doing this, and I'm really happy that I've been helping with this as well.
Hello, I'm Lydia from the Waste and Recycling Visitor and Education Centre, and I'm here today to tell you all about how important sustainability is and how you can reduce, reuse and recycle at school and at home. Thanks.
Hello, we are Jane and Fiona.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, and we are from the National Education Nature Park. We're the North East Regional team, and we are here today to meet all of these fantastic Newcastle North Tyneside and Northumberland schools to support them on their Nature Park journey. The National Education Nature Park is a fantastic programme led by the Natural History Museum and the RHS, where schools map their habitats across their site. They join the nature park, they map their habitats across their site as a first step, and that starts them joining the big joined up nature park across England. Please come and speak to us today.
Yep, perfect, Jane, well done. It's just an amazing programme, links into science, geography, and they're developing more and more cross-curricular materials, and it's a way that you can actually make a difference in your school site. So we're here and get in contact with us anytime. We're the North East team, Fiona and Jane.
Good morning, I'm Catherine Lenahan and I am the DSE Climate Ambassador Programme Hub Manager for the North East. We are really excited to be here at this Sustainability Leadership event, and our remit is to link volunteer climate ambassadors in the North East with schools and settings to support their climate action plans and their subsequent actions.
Hi, I'm Don from Living Streets, and we're passionate about getting children walking, cycling, scooting, wheeling to school to reduce the amount of cars outside the school gates and to get the children all healthy and ready to learn. And what we do is we set up a website in the school where they record how they get to school every day, and if they do it sustainably, they get these fantastic badges at the end of every month. And there's 11 badges to collect over the school year. So what's not to like about that?
So my name is Meryl, I am with the Ministry of Eco-Education, and today I'm here to talk to young people. We ask some really big questions. Today's big question is, should ecocide be written in law? So the young people are going to think about what ecocide means and then maybe vote yes or no to find out. But also I'm here to talk to the teachers to try and give them some support to embed climate and sustainability and nature into their curriculum. So the Ministry of Eco-Education provides a full supportive framework, and we even now have school accreditation. So if you wanted to say and share that you're putting climate in your curriculum in schools, then come and talk to us, and it would be lovely to share the work we do.
Hi, I'm Ellie and I work for a charity called Another Way. We are a youth-led charity with the mission to empower people to live with kindness towards the planet. So we want to engage with young people from 11 to 18 who care about our planet, and we do this through workshops in schools, and we have an online space which also includes an online club called Roots of Change. If you're interested, please do go to powerof10.earth to find out a little bit more.
Hello, I'm Lou from ModeShift and I'm here today to support the event. So ModeShift Active Travel Ambassadors can support secondary schools with their active travel and sustainable plans. We will go in and deliver 6 coordinator-led sessions with your students and get them to a Dragon's Den style event where they can pitch their ideas for some funding to then deliver those ideas. So Newcastle secondary schools, we'd love you to get involved. Reach out to us and get in contact because we've got a free programme ready for you to use.
I'm Dr. David Dixon and I'm here at the NECA Leadership for Sustainability event, which is a culmination of the project which all the schools who are attending the event have been involved with, and we're looking at videos of their projects and talking to them about how they might take things forward. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is throwing down a challenge and saying, okay, we've done very well on this project, what we're going to do next, and let's be more radical and really go for it. If we do, we'll have a better chance of saving the planet for humankind.
Hi, I'm Joanne from Oases. I'm the CEO of Oases and I've been with the organisation for 25 years, so an immense amount of time. And in that time we've seen a lot of change. 25 25 years ago when we were talking about sustainability and climate change, we were knocking on closed doors and people didn't really believe the scenario, whereas now it's something that's just accepted science, which is absolutely fantastic. In our work, we run a program called ECO2 Smart Schools for about 14 years now, reducing school energy. And we ran a conference just before COP26. And we asked the children to film something that to them would help with climate change. And an awful lot of them filmed litter picking. So at that point, we took a beat and went, we are not getting our messaging right with schools. So we devised something called Climate Friendly Schools to help schools understand climate change and understand what climate action looked like. And that was a huge success. We now have, I think it's over 100 schools that are part of that programme. And in tandem with that, the Department for Education launched their Sustainability and Climate Strategy, which helped bolster interest. But we found that there was another layer missing, and that's where Leadership for Sustainability came in. That enabled us to reach out to the senior leaders so that they embraced it at the policy level, so that we had the workshops supporting the action on the ground. And together they form a complete package which enables young people to have their voices heard and not to experience things like eco and climate anxiety because they're out there taking action for the climate and the environment. Thank you.
Sing, sing, sing for our earth, every flower, every child, let's celebrate its worth. Jump up high and shout out loud, together we can make our planet proud. We'll plant a tree and keep our rivers clean. Every little step helps the world to gleam. With our hearts together, we'll create a change in every little